Hi everyone, Claudia here from Lighting Clarity. I have your channel messages for the week beginning Tuesday the 3rd of October. Please bear with me while I connect for you all. Thank you. I have King Solomon of the Light stepping forward for you all this week. As you all well know, Solomon is about building your structures, placing the foundations under your feet. He's all about building your goals and your dreams and all of that. Yeah, helping, assisting with building your lives, constructing what it is that you want to bring in. I call him the architect, is what I call him. He's a real lovely professor type energy. Alright, just bear with me while I make the connection stronger. Alright, so he's using the words easy does it. He says some of you at the moment are rushing a little bit ahead. You're not really looking around you. We don't want you to miss steps, he says. We don't want you to miss the signposts that are being placed on your road. He says really look carefully around you as you're walking. Really look carefully around you to do what decisions you need to make, to do with what roads you want to go down. We don't want you to miss any signposts. He says he shows me that there are signposts along your road. So don't skip steps to get to where it is you want to go. In other words, is what he's saying. He says stand on each step, look at each step. Don't think you can go a back road there. He says it's really important right now that you are meticulous in that regard. Alright, so he shows me destinations. He shows me the end of the destination, if you like. So he shows me whatever it is that you've been hoping for in the distance, waiting for you, is what he shows me. He says it will still be there. He does say that there are some more oceans that you need to move through. There are some more learning lessons and learning lessons that you need to move through in order to, before you get to the end result, to the goal that you've been having in your sight. So this could be to do with perhaps changing jobs. This could be to do with finding a new love. This could be to do with anything that's a particular goal that you have in mind. He shows me that it is there waiting for you, that end result with that goal, but there is still some ground that you need to cover in order to get there properly. And you'll be pleased, he says, that you covered that extra ground in order to get to your destination. It's going to be well worth it, because he says you'll be better informed as to when you reach your goal and your goal coming to fruition. You'll be better informed. It's like you'll be coming full, I just can't explain it, but better informed is what he shows me. So there are some immediate decisions some of you are going to be making that are coming up in the weeks ahead. He says don't shy away from making those decisions. You're qualified to make them. Don't shy away. He says please stand in your confidence when it comes to making those decisions. It will be coming up either now or in the next few weeks, or longer than the few weeks, but it's in the immediate future. And he says don't wobble in your boots, because I'm seeing you guys starting to wobble a little bit, but he says don't do that. You are qualified to make these decisions. Make them with confidence. You're going to make the right ones, is what he makes me feel. And you're going to think about what's in your best interest in making that decision. You won't be so focused on everyone else around you. You'll be focused on yourselves. he talks about it is important as well that, I know it's going to sound like a funny thing to say, but he says it's really important that you do what it is that unwinds you of a day or of an evening. So when the weekends come or the evening comes, that you do something that's quiet for you. He says there's a need for you to be in a quiet time. So he shows me reading a book, not necessarily sitting in front of the computer or the TV, but reading a book, listening to music, going for a walk, just unwinding. There's a need for your souls to come forward. So he shows me that your souls have been wanting to communicate with you, and your higher selves and your spirit self. So that quiet time that you're unwinding in, whether you're listening to quiet music, calming music, going for a walk, being in the garden, doing the gardening, reading a book, it's going to allow the higher selves, we'll call them plural, to talk to you. And they'll do that in a subconscious manner. And you'll have ideas that will pop in. You'll go, you know what? Why didn't I think of that earlier? Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I'm going to go and do that. And while you're gardening, that idea comes in. While you're even reading and you stop for a moment to look around you, that idea comes in. They're just showing me that the higher selves are going to prompt ideas in you as to where to go and what to do. There's also a sense of them working on the lower chakras. We've been talking about chakras a lot lately. Working on the lower chakras. So they're working on the root chakra to do with your life, to do with feeling safe in life, and solar and sacral to do with relationships, creativity, emotions that are stored there. And they're also showing me on the solar plexus to get you also as well motivated for living life too, and standing more in your strength. So they're showing me the motivation around the sacral, and the groundedness around the roots. So you need to be grounded, they're showing me, in order to create these goals and bring these goals to fruition, which is what your higher self is working on, grounding you at the moment. They're showing me the root chakra. The higher self is working on the root chakra to do that. So you're sensible in the decisions that you make. So you're grounded in them. And I'm seeing your souls are working on your sacrals, to do with your relationships, to do with your emotions, helping you to heal and to grow. There will be some internal realizations that will come forward within you, and they'll come forward in a pleasant manner where you'll say, you know what, I learnt from that, and that's okay, and I'm happy I did, because I'm actually on better stead now, and I'm actually feeling better within myself. There's a real sense of strength and sense of self. So they're showing me those higher selves merging with you, and that's why you're feeling, and you'll be feeling more of a sense of self, more of a sense of being comfortable in your own skin. You'll be less concerned with what other people's opinions are. In fact, they won't even bother you as much as they used to, including what the boss may say, including what your sister-in-law may say, including what a friend may say who has all these accolades, or whatever this is to do with, or even people who are not exactly friends but who are acquaintances who know how to press your buttons sometimes, or you're irritated by them. You won't be so irritated by them. It's like I see you just going, I really don't care. I really just don't care. And it's that sense of feeling comfortable, and that's why the higher selves are coming in to assist you. Now in closing, so Solomon is making me aware that he and Archangel Michael are actually helping you with a particular goal at the moment. And if it's not a goal that you have in mind, they're helping you at the moment with internal growth, is what he shows me. And it's like there is an end result with this internal growth. There is an end result with this. So that goal is also internal growth if you're looking at a goal. And they're assisting you with creating what it is that you need to create. Solomon is helping you with building these foundations and making sure they're strong. So you build your structures in a more systematic manner, in a strong manner, so you're able to weather any weather that comes in that wants to knock your goal out or knock you over. It won't happen. You won't allow it, and the goal stands firm, and you stand firm with it. That's really good to see. So Solomon's assisting you in this regard, and so is Archangel Michael. He's bringing the energy of you can do this really strongly into each of you, of motivation. You can do this. He's your cheerleader, if you like. in your corner. He's not saying much more. I'm just listening if there's anything else. This is it, he says. That's lovely. I'm going to thank him for coming in. I just have one more thing to say, so I'm just going to thank him. He's been really lovely to channel. This week I'm putting out my last course for the year. It's the trilogy to the Standing in the Light course, to the courses of light that I've run over this year. So this one's called Standing in the Light, and it's another powerful course that I'll be keeping the group small, so I'm able to come to each of you within those recordings and look at what you're releasing, talk about what you're releasing. There's a lot that's going to be done in this course. I'll be working with the 12 rays, rainbow rays of light. They're quite powerful activations that we'll be bringing in. We'll be also looking at all your past children that you've had in terms of past lives, not past lives, in terms of in those past lives you being hurt as little kids. So there is a need to heal the inner child that you have experienced in past lives, if that makes sense. I haven't worked in that regard before. I've worked in the inner child in this life, but there is a need, Spirit is saying, for all those past children. And there's more that's being done. There's a lot of barriers that we're going to break. There's a lot of patterns we're going to look to sweep away. They're just showing there's going to be a massive sweep in this particular course that I'm running. There's a lot more that's going to be detailed that I'll be putting out this week. So please keep a look at, because I'm keeping the group small, if you're wanting a place on this group, you need to send me an email. They are a series of recordings. You don't need to be live with me. So it's 4 weeks of series of recordings. Each Monday I will be sending out, for those in the group, Absent Healing. That Absent Healing will work to assist with the recordings that I send out on the Friday. So Monday's the Absent Healing, I'm working on your energy, and then from there that flows onto the Friday course that I'll be sending out as a recording. There is a 5th week where you work with me one-on-one for half an hour, and in that 5th week we will do it's a healing in that week, one-on-one, and it is also a reading as well, as you're needing. We'll make it a free 5th week with whatever you're needing. So that you'll book in at the time of booking in for the course. Payment for the course is $400, and you can pay that in 2 installments. That's perfectly fine. The course starts October 27th, and I'll be sending out the first recording on October 27th. The details will be up this week on my Facebook page. Warm blessings, everyone, and I'll connect with all of you again soon. Thanks, everybody.